Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you guys the warm-up routine that I use pretty much before every workout. I get a lot of questions about warm-ups. I see a lot of people doing the wrong things to warm themselves up. Usually the first thing is to get on a treadmill or get on an elliptical machine or get on a bike. And basically, while that will raise body temperature, that doesn't prepare your body for the movements that you're going to do during the workouts. For example, if I'm going to be doing shoulder pressing and chest pressing, if I'm riding on a bike, that doesn't do much for my shoulders. Yes, it will raise body temperature, but your warm-up should be more than just raising body temperature. It should be preparing your central nervous system for what it's about to do. So, I'm going to show you these warm-ups. It should take about 5 to 8 minutes to do, and I suggest using them before every exercise routine that you do. I'm here in my studio, but you can go to the gym and use this anywhere. If you find a mat or an open area, it shouldn't be a problem. I also have two tools here. One of them is a yoga strap. If you don't have one of these, you can use a rolled up towel, which is why I brought this to show you how to use it. And that's pretty much all you need. I have a mat, but that's just for comfort. You pretty much can do this on a rug or on a hardwood floor as long as you're comfortable, it doesn't matter. So let's get started. Put this aside for now. And the first movement that we're going to do is called hip circles. And we're going to do them from what's called the quadruped position. It's just quadruped. Basically on your hands and your knees. And you're going to rotate your hips forward. Okay, we're going to do this about 10 times. You should just try and do it with me. And what this does is just warm up all the muscles around the hip. We're going to go forward first, 10, and now we're going to go back. So especially if you're going to be doing squatting or split squatting, deadlifting, whatever you're going to do lower body wise, these hip circles are essential. And that's 10. Now we're going to do the other leg. We're going to go forward. You have a lot of musculature surrounding your hip, and of course your important musculature as well when you're talking about your glutes and your hamstrings. So warming them up is essential. Specific warm up. Now if we're going around in a circle, we're getting a lot of that musculature. If we were just going back and forth, switch, we'll go backwards now. We're only getting one aspect of that. So we want to make sure that we get it all. So we're making circles now. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Now we're going to do hip and arm extension, which looks like this. You're basically going to put one arm out, one leg out, and you're going to alternate sides. And you see a lot of people doing these, I'm sure. It's a pretty popular maneuver, but a lot of times what you'll see is people trying to stick their leg up as high as possible and arch your back. You don't want that. You want everything in a nice straight line. Just push everything straight out and feel your glute, your butt work to make that happen. And you also might feel it in your hamstring. And then of course on the other end, you want to be high enough with your arms so that your shoulder is activated as well. You don't want to be pointing downwards like this. So here we've done about 8 of these. So now what I want you to do, same movement, but we're going to take the right arm, left leg, underneath, you're going to touch your elbow to your knee, squeeze your stomach, and then extend again. Same thing. Just make sure you touch, and then extend. Everything's still the same, straight, not high, straight. And there's 10, so we're going to do the other side. 2, remember to squeeze your stomach at the bottom portion. Extend, 8, 9, good. Now we're going to do planks, probably my favorite things ever. And you can use planks, even if you're going to use them in your exercise routine, you should still use them to warm up. So we're getting in plank position. If this is too hard, you can drop your knees. As long as you have a straight line between your shoulders and your knees or your shoulders and your toes, you're in good shape. Now, if it's hard to hold this, just hold it for like 10 seconds. If it's easy for you, I want you to extend your hips here without moving your back or anything else. And basically, you should feel the same thing you did when you were doing the extensions, where your glute and your hamstring tighten up a little bit. 2 more, 1, 2, good. Now we're going to go into a side bridge. Again, if this is too hard, drop the knees, bring your feet behind. As long as you have a straight line, your hips are up, you're good. Otherwise, you want to prop yourself up nice and tall, hips away from the floor. If this is hard, you just hold for 10 seconds. Otherwise, I like to pump the leg in, get the hip flexor involved a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more, be 8, and then we'll switch to the other side. It's up to you what you want to do with this hand. I like it on my hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Now, if you have a yoga strap because you practice yoga, great. If not, grab your towel. And I'm just going to show you with the towel for the sake of time here. And you probably don't have one at home, so you're going to lay on your back. And you're going to take the towel and put the end of it around your foot, 1 foot, okay? Lay down flat. Keep the other leg extended and nice and flat on the floor, and you're going to use the towel to help you pull your leg into a good hamstring stretch. It just allows you to get a few extra inches, whereas if you were just trying to lift it by yourself, you basically wouldn't be able to get it as far. 9, one more, good. Now what we're going to do is we take the other leg that was on the floor and cross it over on top of the leg that was up, where the towel is. We're going to bend the leg with the towel and we're going to pull in. Let's try and get a stretch in the left glute right now. So if your left foot is crossed over your right, you should feel a stretch in your left butt area. If your right is crossed over your left because you started differently, then you would feel that in the right. And you're just going to pull it in as much as you can without disfiguring your form too much. Feel the stretch and then release it. 2 more. This is also great because if you just use the towel, you know, you could be in a hotel room, you could be pretty much anywhere, and you can use it. You could also use a band if you just had a band, so it's pretty easy to get anything you could just wrap around your foot. So we're going to do the same thing here. Other leg's going to be straight, pull it in, get some extra range of motion. 2, 3, 4, squeezing your stomach the whole time is a good idea. 5, helps you get more range. 6, 7, 8. Notice you're almost doing a row with your arms as well, which helps warm up your shoulders and your back. 9, 10, good. Let's cross the other leg over. Bend it, pull that in. Now you feel the stretch in the opposite glute. 2, 3, again, squeezing your stomach. 4, 5, 6. Now, if you do these warm-ups rapidly, you'll get your body temperature up as well. So you don't need a treadmill, you don't need a bike. You just need to do things properly. 9, and one more, good, is 10. Okay. Let's retire the towel or the strap, and we're going to stand up. And now what we're going to do is a basic toe touch. So I'm going to put my feet together, and I'm going to reach up, out, and down, and then right back up, out, and down. So I don't want to hold this. We're not doing any static stretching. We're basically keeping everything active. You want to keep moving so we get the stretch and then release. We do it like this because it's most similar to how our exercise routine is going to go. Instead of just holding a stretch, which rarely happens when you're doing weightlifting, you're going to actually keep the muscle contracting and extending. One more. Good. Now we're going to do Spider-Man's. Cool name, right? Probably my next favorite from the planks. What we're going to do is start in a push-up position. So you want your body to be all the way up in the air. And then you're going to pick a leg to start with. I'm going to pick my left. And we're going to take the left foot, try and bring it to the left hand as much as possible. Get it nice and flat. Then I'm going to take the left elbow and I'm going to push it towards the floor as much as I can while keeping the back knee up in the air. I'm not going to drop it. I'm going to keep it up. Press and then bring it right back. Now I go to the other side, same thing. Press towards the floor, bring it right back. Now, you don't want to hang out in the position. Just reach for the ground with the elbow and then return. And this is also great for your chest and shoulders because you're holding your body up, so you're sort of preparing yourself to do push-ups maybe, or chest press, maybe shoulder press. Okay, we'll do 2 more. You should feel a real big stretch in your hamstring, maybe your hip flexors. Good. Now from there, we're gonna get to the shoulders. From a kneeling position, so I'm still on the floor, I don't need to get up. Big shoulder circles. Very basic movement that hasn't gone away in years. It works. Make the circles as wide as you possibly can. You wanna get full range of motion. Go back for 10, and then we're gonna go forward for 10. Again, so basic, yet if you keep doing them, you will feel the shoulders warming up a little bit, that little tired feeling that you get. 9, 10. Now we're gonna do one that maybe you haven't done before. It's still for the shoulders. Shoulders, I feel, are a very important part of your body to warm up. A lot of injuries occur at the shoulders. So basically, I want your arms to be up, and I want to see 90-degree positions everywhere. So your elbow in relationship up to your bicep, 90 degrees. And then 90 degrees right through here, right in your armpit area. Palms facing forward, and what you're going to do is rotate your arms forward without dropping them. Rotate them back, and then press all the way up so that your biceps are almost touching your ears, so you get full range of motion. And then right back to starting position. So, internal rotation, external rotation, and then press up. Internal, external, press up. Remember to keep those 90-degree angles. Sometimes I even do these with light weights before I work out. Again, I want this warm-up routine to be nice and easy for you guys so that you can do it at home if you don't have any equipment whatsoever. So you can see right now, I'm sure as you're doing it, that you're feeling a little bit in your shoulders as they start to get warm. We'll do 2 more. 1 and 2. Excellent. Okay, so that's a warm routine I'm going to show you, and I prefer that you use that to just getting on a treadmill, getting on a bike, or getting on an elliptical. It prepares your central nervous system, like I said, to work out properly. Also, one of the biggest reasons why you should warm up with this is that it will help to reduce the incidence of injury. That's really why you should be warming up. That's what warm-ups are all about. When you go to do your workout, you should still do warm-up sets. This shouldn't be in place of warm-up sets. It should just be your workout warm-up routine or your ritual prior to even going to touch the weights. And if you maintain that, and you remember to do it every time, and you can stay disciplined and diligent about doing this, you really will prevent injury. It does work. Plus, you might even get a little bit more range of motion and better reps when you're actually working out.